2022.
From the theme presented by the
organizers.
Please grant me yes, New Year Festival. From the theme that was presented by the organizers, please grant me the freedom to see the theme from another perspective as modified. Cultural restoration and sustainable peace, a panacea for development in Emono. I do not intend to give a lecture on this topic because we are in a festival mood. And in a festival mood, what rules is drums, music, dance, and merriment. For this address, I adopt and limit myself to Google's definition of culture as a way of life, the knowledge, the ideas, the customs, the laws, and habits of a group of people or society that accept to live together as their core values. It further states that cultural heritage is what the people inherit from generations past. These cultural assets are both tangible and intangible. Yam is the king of all crops. The king is celebrated in all farming communities in Cross River State. The celebration season spans from January to September of every farming season. Ediba is a peace-loving community. Her people are generous and very, very hospitable. These people are very, very caring and accommodating. Rhatobai, our New Year festival, signifies thanksgiving to the Almighty Being for his wonders, for turning the half piece of yam that we bury in the ground into a full-grown yam and a big one. It is these wonders that we celebrate, and yam is the core of this festivity.
Rhatobai
also signifies happy survival from Henom to the period of Ifua, the season of plenty. We know that Henom is a season of famine and Ifua is the season of plenty. As a homegrown Oromo table, the period preceding Rhatobai was always very, very exciting. And I can remember going to farm under the rain to harvest fresh corn, fluted pumpkin, ikoma, and of course the new yam, itokpa. Taking shelter in the farm hut from the heavy downpour, and then roasting fresh corn in the huts, and sometimes even going into the muddy and flooded farms to catch hecan, crabs, and fishes. There were peculiar games that we celebrated during this season. Of course, you have the wrestling festival. We have Uchicha, we have Mba, and a couple of them. Today's festival is far different from what it has used to be in the past. We must therefore commend the efforts of Ovaji, Prince Alex Edem, and Obanaji, Right Honorable Farato. They have nurtured and sponsored and grown this festival to what we have seen today. Please, can we put our hands together for Prince Alex Edem and Honorable Farato? From all indications, Rhatobai 22, as one who has been following the trend, is a unique and a special one. About the Ediba community, I have seen and I have experienced Ediba from the 60s. Permit me to take you back in time. In the 70s, there was this heavy traffic through the Abakaleke, Abomege, Itigidi, Ediba, and Ugeb highway. There was no bridge then. So the vehicles that came had all their goods offloaded at Itigidi and loaded into canoes crossed to Ediba and then reloaded. The activities that happened in the beach then created what was known as battalion. If you know, you know. The establishment of Edanafa Secondary Commercial School in the 70s by the Bahumono communities of Ediba, Anong, and Afafanyin opened up Ediba for several business opportunities. The population of Ediba exploded with several activities, especially in the hospitality industry. In a new home, we had the Sino-Flow Hotel that was opened by Asodo Tenyi Muze. In Enugwema, we had the People's Paradise that was established by Asodo of Ripa. And the biggest of them all was the Midland Hotel that was opened by the late by George Ebe. The abandoned warehouse by the beach by the State Agric Marketing Board was converted to a dance club that was known as Club Tutu. I want to remind you that notable musical groups like the Oriental Brothers, Okuku Seku Dance Band, and Nansa Professional Dance Band led by the late Kingsley Bostic Bassi all performed in this community, Ediba. There was even a car stand where brand new cars were sold in Ediba, and that was in Asodo Omedieta's residence. That was Ediba for you. The 80s saw the emergence of more economic activities associated with influx of migrants. The late Commissioner Toti Obi Ekabwa brought Igriga Organization Limited, IGOR. It had a standard restaurant, it had a supermarket, and also had a nightclub. We also had Windy's Place. Ediba was indeed the place to be. Then came the dark days of horror. Ediba, and indeed the entire Emono, was engulfed in a senseless and avoidable communal conflict that denied the peaceful coexistence that Emono had known in time past. More importantly, the political gains that the people of Emono would have reaped from the eventful administration of Senator Leah Elimoke, we all lost that. For over a decade, Emono went under. This year's Rhatobai is very significant in that June 2020 witnessed the celebration of the second anniversary of the return of peace in Emono. Please, shall we put our hands together for ourselves? For 2 years, Emono lost no soul to violence, and there was no more Bajaji. Rajuno took over Emono. Rajuno. We must not take this Rajuno for granted. Ada Emono are a homogeneous people from one ancestral home, Otumusa. Having achieved and sustained this Rajuno, let us continue to dialogue. We must not take this Rajuno, I say again, for granted. We must be ready to sacrifice. We must forgive one another. We must lay down our ego. You will need to look up. You will need to gain some. But we shall all smile at the end, and we shall live in peace and harmony. Having lost this much, what is desired in today and Emono in general is development. What we desire is development, a process that creates growth, progress, positive change, economic, social, and environmental change. We must see a rise in the level and quality of lives in Emono that we desire. It is on this note, ladies and gentlemen, I want to make this humble and passionate appeal on behalf of the entire Emono people that His Excellency, the Digital Governor of Cross River State, Senator Professor Ben Ayade, a man with a good heart, he should rehabilitate the good of Emono. The governor should rehabilitate the good people of Emono. We lost so much during the crisis. As God will have it, we evolved a unique mechanism and gave ourselves peace, which we have sustained for the past 2 years. Please, Your Excellency, show the Bahumono people some love. The Bahumono Ring Road project, linking all the Bahumono nations, is one project that we decide that should serve as a legacy of the Emono peace and also consolidate the peace of Raymond Saint. Permit me to quickly appreciate all the instruments that were used by the Almighty God to give the Permit me to recognize the efforts of the Peasants Club, a group with one mind, who in their usual gregarious moments wondered if Ediba, nay Emono, must perpetually reach crisis. This group expanded their enclave and cracked Hausa of Ediba. Tete listened to us, called Rhatobai and granted approval to carry out this seemingly impossible task. The rest is now history. Asanu of Hausa Table, Samaruo, very special Samaruo to Right Honorable Farato Robinson. He made the Bahumono Peace his flagship project, and we have not failed him. In his time, he makes all things possible. I must especially thank the paramount ruler and the chairman of the Bahumono, the Abbey Traditional Rulers Council, His Royal Majesty of my son Samuel Edward. He was raised for Emono for a time like this. He will live. Of us, you were very patient with us. We will never fail you. To all of our mono, Baba Kwanem, to tomorrow on our Bahumono will forge ahead. All the peace initiatives would have failed woefully if one of the groups, the Bahumono youths, said no as usual. But this time around, the Bahumono youths stood their ground and said enough is enough. And the Bahumono youths have sustained that. Please let us put our hands together for Bahumono youth for sustaining the peace. Thank you so very much. It's all the churches in Bahumono, the Bahumono Peace and Development Union, and the traditionalists. I thank all of you. I must especially thank one of us, Dr. N.S. Ete, who is the chairman of the Bahumono Peace Development Union. He was just an exemplary candidate. The leadership of Ediba Union under Nelson Totiedem. Thank you very much. Ediba Patrons Forum under the leadership of Pekin Ambrose Eko. Thank you very much. For 2022, I think the festival committee has done a good job. You do not put a winning team aside. I pray that we will sustain this winning team and start early enough. Let me at this point in time welcome all of us to Rhatobai 2022. Join me if you know the chant. Owoko, 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 Iyago Owoko, Owoko, Iyago Owoko, Owoko, Seime, Inayaba Tete, Owo, Iya, Magana Sasa, Ana dance on me talkman. Ana dance on Omoko. Omoko.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please a round of applause.